You know, I think growing up in a small town where punk music is actually, there's a culture of punk music in San Pedro, and then also growing up with rock and roll, I think there's a free-spirited nature that I've always been kind of felt akin to or felt inspired by and drawn to the music for the spirit of it, The sense of individuality and nonconformity, I think, really do appeal to my ideals. And so, yeah, being around, like-minded creative individuals like Frank Carter here in London, which was a tremendous pleasure and very cool. I think just being around the music, it's kind of a part of who I am as well, which is awesome to show now as I'm evolving as a musician and whatnot. So I think when people come to my shows, it's becoming less and less a surprise. That energy is less and less a surprise, but for people expecting a very one-dimensional kind of artist, I think that is a very interesting layer that they discover about me, is that I am very, very much, inspired by the spirits of punk rock and rock and roll in general, just the sense of freedom and individuality and nonconformity. The Slaves cover came about because we had the opportunity to do the live lounge here, which was incredible. I'm all for live music broadcast on radio, you know what I mean? I think there's no hiding behind it, and you really get to see, what an artist is made out of, and where it really comes from, and what have you. But yeah, there was essentially like a list of songs that kind of were current, and I like doing things that are unexpected. Plus, I love the song. I'd been like aware of Slaves through my publicist put me onto them, as well as one of the writers that he had, connected me with to talk about the album. And they'd just been talking about Slaves in conversation about new music that they were into. And so I had to check them out, and I caught their cover of a Skepta song, I believe, that they did. And I just was like, these dudes are it, And then I jumped in, and really got into their music, and the song happened to be on the list as well, so it was kind of serendipitous. And it just was very obvious to me that that was the song that I had to cover, yeah.